I think we can all agree that this past year has been anything but a smooth ride, whether it's been political, racial, viral, or even personal unrest. I was talking to my friend the other day, and we were talking about this past year, and they described what this past year's purpose was for them. And maybe you can relate to this. Listen to this. They said, it was a year and a time of recentering ourselves on what really matters. And I think that's so true, because especially when you're at home and you can't do a whole lot in lockdown, or even when the laws weren't as heavy for that little while there, you can come to appreciate what you have, hopefully more than what you don't. And don't get me wrong, I miss getting together with big groups of people and not having to worry about wearing, those masks. But when it comes down to it, what are we really focusing on? For me, 2020 was pretty hard. My dad battled terminal prostate cancer for almost 4 years, and he passed away on May 16th. And in the last couple months in hospice, I wasn't even able to be in the same room as him. It was a lot of FaceTime calls and window visits. But as hard as that journey was, I knew that God was the only one who could get me through it. And thankfully, He has put people in my life, and He's put people in your life to get you and I through situations just like that. Since March, I'm sure your emotions have been a roller coaster, except for you can't see where the turns and loops are. And I know it's been that way for me, especially in the past 9 months or so since Dad went home to see the Lord. But let's bring it around, shall we? When I was faced with that situation, I had 2 options, right? I could have let the weight of the situation crush me, and sometimes it did feel like that. Or I could turn to God, and that way I could conquer it and become stronger. And as much as I don't completely understand why Dad had to pass away, and by the way, I'm still in the process of trying to, conquer that and get through that with God, I know that His testimony and my family's testimony can now be a light to others. And that's not to shine glory on me or my family, but that's so maybe that others would choose God when they're going through hardships, so that the next time they face a cancer diagnosis, a pandemic, a breakup, or even just a bad day, that they would choose God to give them the strength to get through whatever they're going through. The devil would like more than anything for us to crumble and to be crushed when we're facing trials of life. But let's start off this year by creating a new wave by being a shining light in a dark world.